Alright, let's go. I woke up with these crow's feet, but I ain't losing no sleep.
What up?
Okay. They show that I am legit. Go ask my
It's me, Jay. Jacoitus and Zebras International Airports all together, and I
love it.
If you're still following, awesome.
Yeah, keep on coming. We're gonna keep on shoveling them out.
Yeah, we will.
Like a backyard full of dead bodies.
Backyard Tire Fire.
Dude, that was a good band. Yeah. We saw him at the
BMF?
The BFE. You knew it, dude.
Oh,
you just didn't remember the initials.
Wait, who
dude,
played
I've
there?
told people BMF. God, that's so embarrassing.
Didn't Clutch play there or something? Is that why we went?
CKY.
CKY.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of a different concert.
No, Clutch was there too.
Because there was one where Candlebox played too.
Clutch. It might have been Candlebox.
That might have been the same
fucking Cult of Personality band.
Yeah, it was that big outdoor, like
the big fucking event.
That was fun.
Papa Roach was one of the. I know, but they were.
That was my first CD I ever bought, by the way, Papa Roach. So
I'm trying to remember, but it was some K-Bear bands, and then some like that Backyard Tire Fire band was sweet. I don't know if they're still around, but they were like a Southern rock jam band.
Yeah, they were
fucking cool, dude.
I remember we were just like, who are they?
Like to not be the main act, and you're like, and that was literally my first show. I went to see CKY, and then those were the guys I was like, holy shit, these guys are fucking killing it.
Dude, that was like when we went to see Orbs, and I fell in love with fucking Junius after
Junius was so sick, bro.
Yeah, like Orbs was awesome, but Junius was just like,
dude, mind-blowing.
What the fuck was that?
It was Portugal the Man on fucking Viagra. Like, it was just insane.
It just absorbed the whole room, like that sound. I don't know. If you've never heard Junius, check it out.
Oh, Zach, it's been a while. I'm gonna check it out again.
I remember Zach was so adamant to becoming a fan or even listening to Junius when we were all like obsessed with it, because he thought it was Rufio.
Oh yeah, I got name mix up.
Rufio. I mean, what is Rufio? Like weird punk, pop punk, some bullshit.
I don't even know. I was being the fucking rebellious guy,
classical nonconformist
for sure,
dude. Unbelievably, I remember Rufio.
What do they sound like? Hum me a bar.
Oh, it was punky as fuck.
Okay, not a fan. Not a fan. Moving on.
I know all I can think of is Foxy Shazam, and it's probably not even close to the same thing.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of anything punk.
I just remember it being very like abrasive. Like if you're hearing something, it's, I don't know, like, because I listen to screaming and shit like that, whatever,
right?
All that's whatever to me, you know what I mean? So
abrasive.
For me to remember a band and go, I just couldn't, because of how, I don't know, Portugal the Manny though, somehow.
I doubt it. Also, the name Rufio, get a better fucking name. Dude, Rufio, fuck that. Worst band name I ever heard. I did have a dog named Rufus that was a goddamn tyrant. If you guys have seen
World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
that as well. I had a hunter, no big deal. I did most DPS and 10-man ICC continuously and 25-man
on the server.
But
did
just fucking.
But I had a dog named Rufus, and if you guys have ever watched, this is for our older fans, fans our age and older. There's a movie called Cujo.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You seen that?
Oh, that movie scared the fuck out of me and made me think of Rufus.
Yeah.
100% oh,
This dog
God.
was just a wild boy, and
Oh yeah, dude.
we would get bored and be like, let's try to make it into the backyard and into like the back door without getting like shredded the fuck up and knocked down and just bit. He was fucking. It was a hellish dog. I
When
also
he wanted
remember,
love. That's it.
Dude, it's so funny to think about. Like, I remember going in your backyard and just having to like, we had like methods so that we could get past Rufus. And we would just like, yeah, we get in the garbage cans.
yes,
We get in garbage cans and like hop around. And I remember your dad was out there like trying to help me once because I was like crying because Rufus jumped up and scratched my back.
My dad
So
didn't help
hard.
anybody.
He did. He came out all shirtless like he always was.
He was always shirtless and hairy. Dude, I remember one of many of times where Rufus didn't have dog food because, you know, my parents had other priorities. So they're, hey, there's the cat. Nice cat, Jay.
Oh, you can see her. Oh,
How could I not?
Oh, it's
do that?
Rudy Giuliani. Welcome.
it's Rufus. I literally call her Rufus sometimes.
But anyway,
Yeah.
Rufus.
But I remember it was like 10:30 at night. My dad would work graveyard, so it was just me and my brother and sister, and Rufus would not stop fucking barking. He would not stop barking. And so he had no food. And so we go in the fridge and freezer to try to find him something he could eat. And all there is like those 1 pound frozen hamburger shits, whatever those
Yeah.
are. I think they're called shits, actually. Just the
Yeah.
1 pound shits.
1 pound
And so we toss one of those out there and he fucking gnars that thing down. And then 5 minutes later, he's just fucking barking.
shit.
Dude, we probably threw out 6 pounds of hamburger and he ate all of them.
Holy fuck.
The following morning, we wake up to a house that smells like Justin's basement. Just
Oh,
fucking
no.
shit. Dog shit, human shit, rat shit, cat shit. What else? What else
That
rhymes?
shit, dude.
Yeah,
Cat
dude,
shit.
I'd imagine if a dog was just eating like ground beef, its shit would probably smell like a person's, right?
Yeah, it was a mix of dog shit and human shit. But it was
Wouldn't
So
it?
he got-
I don't know.
No,
you're
it
right.
makes sense.
Dude, he got let in the house before he went to sleep and he fucking, I'm not even joking. He sprayed our walls. Like multiple walls were sprayed with shit. Just fucking explosive diarrhea shit all over the walls. And we had to clean it all before school.
Dude, I actually remember
You had
that.
to?
Yeah.
Why is that your problem? You
My
fed
dad
him.
my dad was at work.
Fuck
fucking
that.
Graveyard dads. They're the best. You never see them. Great dads.
You
Dude,
were
he didn't have food. He needed food. Fuck that. You fed the dog.
Oh, we fed the dog.
Yeah, like, yeah, but
and then he fed you.
I understand what you did wrong, but you're a fucking kid, man. The dog's
know.
like, where's his food? Oh, well, we eat hamburger. He's got it. You know,
Dude,
we all do
sometimes you just got to do it. I remember this cat. I was probably like 14-ish at the time. And this cat kept coming to our house and he would just roll around in the front yard and be cute. And he was gray with like white feet. And he was just adorable. And he'd come and roll around. And we were just trying to get a nice pet off of him. And he wouldn't come up close. He'd get skittish a little bit. So then we went and got some ham out of my fridge.
Ham.
And we lured him in with some ham. And then he started sneaking into our house. And I still have him to this day.
That's how it happens.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I love that cat, by the way.
BK.
BK.
He is
Donkey Kong.
Bonky Kong.
He's at least 17 years old that we know of.
Holy fuck.
I don't know how old he was when we got him. We're estimating 19.
That's a fucking trooper of a cat. Also, Zach, you had Whiskers.
Oh, Pet Cemetery, dude.
Yeah. Whiskers, aka Pet Cemetery.
Dude, that cat came back.
Yeah, dude. So Whiskers was my childhood cat, and I don't know cat breeds very well, that sort of thing, but he was a white cat with orange on him, and he was nice.
He was long haired.
He was real nice to people,
Yeah, big
Always.
old fluffy face, dude. Super
Yeah.
sweet.
but he got in scraps a lot. And
Not a
Fuck,
lot,
dude.
not a lot, not a lot. Every fucking night, he would come in with his eyeball hanging out. Dude, your cat was fucked up in perpetuity. He was literally just a mangled thing, and he would always be up where he had his food, and he'd be
Dude.
eating.
yeah,
Every day you would pet him, and every day you'd be like, Jesus Christ, like your
Oh, there'd be,
body
like,
is
a
just
bloody-
a war zone.
there'd be like a
It's-
bloody scab or something, like a new one, like every time you pet him. It was literally like that's where he got the name. Like we brought him back in the Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, like you should be dead.
Like he
You
got
might-
hit by a car.
You might
Dude.
be dead.
scars, scabs, just lumps. His body felt like you expect to pet a cat and be like a nice smooth cat like this one,
Yeah.
but
That's
no,
a sweet
dude,
cat.
that thing, it felt like you chopped a tree trunk or just fuck like or I don't know what has knobs on it.
My
That cat,
It feels
that
like
cat was like a
Jake's-
toad's head. I don't know,
Oh,
dude.
Toad's head. Dude, you should have renamed him at some point. Whiskers was no longer the best name. Should have been Scars, Scabs,
Papa Roach.
Infection,
Papa Roach.
We're
Papa
back.
Roach.
We're back to Papa Roach.
Throwback.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
shit!
a good
that
kitty
reminds
though.
me.
I just remember being afraid that it was dead one day but anyway, what does it remind you of?
no, dude. Tell your story.
No, there was just a day when I got home from elementary school. Jake walked home with me most days. Jake walked home with me that day and he was going home. And I remember coming in and I just found Whiskers laying in the bathroom sink. And he looked like he was dead. Like his eye was just covered in blood. And he just wasn't
Jesus.
moving or anything. And I remember running out and grabbing Jake. I'm like, I think Whiskers is dead. Come back. And he comes running back with me and he just and gets up.
Dude,
He was fine. But
What?
cats like that, which I have one. Swish. He's not down here. You guys may have seen him. If not, I'll show you. He's this big black
I
cat.
know, swishy swish.
He's like that cat, but bigger and black fur. That motherfucker, it was the same thing. Like he would come in every night and have an eye swollen shut or an abscess. And there was a point where he got in a big old tussle up. I would imagine 10 to 12 cats. And he came in and he was so fucked up and infected. And we didn't want to take him to the vet instantly. We wanted to see if he would heal on his own.
yeah.
And so we would like clean his cuts and stuff, but you could see have you guys seen The Dark Knight?
Yes.
Remember Two-Face?
Okay, yeah.
Where you can see his teeth all the way? You could see
Oh shit.
he had a hole in his cheek and you could see his teeth. And so he would try to eat food and he'd be like biting on his own like raw
Oh,
cheek.
that's intense.
So we ended up having to take him to the vet. We got all his shots done and everything and got him neutered. So now he doesn't fight. But dude, cats like that, like Whiskers and like my cat, if they were humans, you'd be like, this guy's a badass motherfucker. He's not afraid to fight fucking anyone. He's always beat up. He's out there just fucking fighting his ass off, getting fucked up.
Either that or he would be Rickety Cricket.
Yeah, but Rickety Cricket doesn't fight. He just does like meth and shit.
PCP.
PCP.
Do you
Shout
talk
out.
to your cats though?
Do I talk to
Talk-
him?
Yeah, do you ask them? do you talk to them about drugs and growing up and
I probably should.
meeting bad people?
What's really the best age to talk to your cat about drugs? Because my cat's
Exactly.
19 and I still haven't.
Well, he's in that phase.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I think he
Might
probably
be beyond
should.
repair.
He might, yeah, might be too late.
I think he's addicted to catnip.
Ow! That's a strike.
And that's our first sponsor, Cat Rips.
Cat ribs, dude. Smokable catnip.
We've been
Cat
trying
Rips.
to set this up.
Dude, tell us about cat rips. I'll tell you one thing. They got these new cat bongs. The way they work, they're self-lighting, obviously, for kitty's sake. But when it senses that little cat mouth, it lights itself and gives your kitty a little rip there. And then also, if you got an extra $50, you get the self-loading attachment as well.
Self-loaders are nice. See, this is my issue is I fill my cat's bowl every night, but I've been filling it with food.
What?
I didn't realize that cats don't need food as much as they need catnip.
Especially smokable catnip.
Smokable catnip, yeah.
Well, you give them the food afterwards, Jake. That's the thing. You're you're getting the
Oh.
order wrong.
Yeah, I'm backwards.
Because when they smoke the catnip, it works well basically like weed, if we're being honest. But if they smoke it, they want to eat food, just like a person.
And that's
Tell
why
us
we
about
also sell cat food.
Oh, I love that your cat's rubbing on the mic. What a little sweetie. I wish that cat was here.
She's given her 2 cents. That's
She just had some cat rips.
That's just showing you guys the passion these cats have for cat rips.
For
Buy
cat
some
rips.
now. Promo
Exactly.
code the findings /cremation 186 / the findings HTML 936QR7Q.gov.
Yes. And side note,
No
they also
taxes.
do have cat rips in vape form if your cat is trying to go on the healthier side of, ripping.
Or if they just want to get
Cat
some
rip
more
vapes.
friends.
It's portable. They could, yeah. Anyway,
We also have cat chew.
Jay, I
Cat
think
chew.
you had an update that you may have told me about off pod about some gentleman from Walmart.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, I never even fully told you about it because I wanted to save it for the pod. So both of you get ready for this shit because I saw it coming.
I got my
I'm
seatbelt
ready.
on.
All right, I need to get my seatbelt on. I'm a little blown away. Okay, so remember how I told you I went to Walmart and I went to get some oil for my car, and the guy said, "Oh, somebody that changes their oil, still fucking real man,
Oh, yeah.
get it, you know."
You fucked him or something?
Episode
Did you fuck him?
2, right?
So
Yeah.
we're engaged. No.
I'm happy for you.
But he is coming over tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. So, real talk. Hold on. I got to ask you. I can tell you about how I knew this was coming from a prior experience and then get to this, or I can just go straight into this. It's up to you.
Tell it how it comes natural to you, dog.
Yeah, man.
Okay, let me tell you. So working at my work, I was the detailer. I also checked in parts, did a bunch of other stuff. But basically what I'm getting at is I checked in parts. So if somebody came from Peterson's or Edmark or whatever, a place that sells parts, I would sign for it. This kid would always come and he was always super nice and just this tiny little sweet boy.
Okay.
Dude,
I have to believe
he
that. Sorry, go.
oh, you can. But no, just he's a really cool kid actually, and I like talking to him and stuff. But then got to a point where he's like, "Oh yeah, I just want to know if you want to like talk to these mentors of mine, like I've been working on this thing where they're gonna teach me to make a bunch of money, all this stuff, blah 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 blah. He's like,
Oh, that sounds promising. Did you do it?
no, no, okay.
Oh, you
so
should have. You could be a millionaire.
You should have
but
called him.
no,
Should have called him.
I did.
You
call him,
should call
a little
him.
bit.
Should have called him.
So I kept being like, well, what is this? What does this involve? What it, like what's going on? Would give me nothing. And so I was like, all right, well, let's see where this goes. T and I talked to the people, and they are just like robotic as fuck, basically. Just robots, and finally it gets to a point where it was weird because at one point we were talking and they were like, yeah, it's just kind of like an online marketing company, this blah blah, and
Is this like
I'm
a
as long
pyramid
as it's
scheme?
not okay, exactly. I say
Okay.
as long as it's not something like Amway, and they just go silent, all right, and then we keep talking for a while. All of a sudden, these people stop talking to us, and we finally talked to them one more time. Come to find out, fucking Amway, dude. And
What's Amway?
Amway is like this weird company that started from a weird guy.
Is it
that-
just like a pyramid scheme?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay. Okay.
And it's like people who are big into it and at the top make a ton
Yeah,
of money.
exactly.
And so it was just weird. And then the reason I'm getting through that is this kid at the store who was like, you're super personable, all this stuff. He's like, oh, you're super personable. He texts me one day and goes, hey, just so you know, I have this online marketing company that I've been working with. And and I go, literally my text back to him was Amway ? And he said, yeah, it's a really great company.
Oh
Fucking
my
blocked,
god.
dude. I fucking blocked that guy so goddamn quick.
Dude,
Ugh.
I thought you
Oh,
had a
man.
pure, true connection with this man. You guys could have hit it off. I thought you were going to start a podcast.
Dude,
But at the very
it broke
least, you
my
could have
heart.
had a suck and a fuck and then see you later. But you got
I
none
mean,
of
a
that?
sway and a play. Fucking,
Yeah, he tried
you
to play you.
know,
Either way, it would have been a hit.
That's a strike.
hit my gooch. I mean, come on. It's so upsetting. Like, but yeah, there's no real humans out there who are just decent,
Well,
I was trying to fuck him, but
Do you guys ever
just
like?
saying.
Do you ever like hit that spot where you just realize you just got drunk?
yeah. Is that you
Oh,
right
an
now?
hour and a half ago, dude.
Yeah, like halfway through that story, I was just like trying to focus so fucking hard.
See,
I'm like,
did you
shit.
crack?
I'm
Did you
just
crack?
like zoning out. I'm like looking at my face and shit.
Did you did you crack that fucking time bomb? What is that thing
Not
called?
yet, dude. That thing's nuts.
Yeah, don't.
Like,
don't
I
open
was
that
talking
thing.
for way too long.
No,
Save that.
was-
Save that for the
This
next pod.
15% guy.
Z, while you're drunk, I want to bring up a memory that's deep in your balls, probably in your lower left or right ball,
Okay,
deep in the
One
balls.
of 'em. It's with one of them.
Deep in the balls. It's there.
I love ball memories, dude.
Once upon a time, I would say, fuck, it wouldn't be 10 years ago. Probably like, oh no, fuck, 8 years ago. Because I had Mason. I had my oldest son.
Okay.
Z and I worked at a good old place called Jack's Tire and Oil. We've retreaded tires. We didn't do oil changes. We weren't pussies.
No, we were the
We-
men.
We retreaded semi tires in a fucking factory. We were all black all day, black face, black hands, black feet.
And then I
Blackfoot.
got home and I put on
Hashtag.
blackface. Just to
We would do-
celebrate.
Hashtag.
We would do it after. But we worked there and we worked day shift, for 6 months or whatever. And then our boss, my father-in-law, shout out Richard, badass dude.
Dude, I love Richard. Okay,
Richard's awesome. He asked us if we wanted to work the night shift, which was basically we'd come in at like 10 p.m., something like that.
I think so. God, it was so long ago. It's hard to remember, but that sounds about right. It was late.
Yeah, I think it was like 8 to 2 or 8 to midnight.
No, we didn't go in. No, it wasn't that late. We went like 4, wasn't it? Because
Yeah. It was 4 because it was like an overlapping shift with the day shift.
Yeah.
So we worked like 4 to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And
supposed to be, unless we fucked around.
Yeah. And we had one other. It was me, Z, and this other dude. His name was Chris. And this dude
Shaggy
was
too dope, right?
Shaggy too dope. He was the embodiment. He was the embodiment of a juggalo. If you Google what does a juggalo look like, it looked like this guy. He was like short,
it might say a
fat.
dead body. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
This guy was a fucking piece of shit who was also a juggalo, but like a diehard juggalo. He also had like the mental acuity of like an 8-year-old with a temp like that never got taught anything.
Yeah.
Like he would have like temper tantrums and shit and just fucking run off.
Oh my god,
dude, he was always
oh my god.
He was always on his phone being like, this fucking bullshit, man, and like throw his phone and like leave.
There's like always some fucking drama going on.
Dude, he always had drama. But the thing I want to bring up was his drama with a certain guy, a certain fellow.
The bald bull, dude.
Now this guy is unlike any human I've ever seen in person. I'm not even kidding. This dude was probably 6'6", 300 pounds, shredded.
He was scary.
Shredded.
He was scary, dude.
And he was covered in tattoos, and he had the scarification tattoos all over his head, his face, and his head. And this dude, he rode a bullet bike, and we worked in a shitty part of Salt Lake on Redwood Road. And I remember like I would have like a break and I'd be standing at one of the docks and I would see him fucking rip past on his bullet bike doing like 120 on Redwood Road, which is like 45-mile-an-hour road. This dude was he was like a Marvel villain level of like scary.
Yeah. He was like Daredevil villain.
But for whatever reason, scary as fuck. Scariest human I've ever seen. And I know he had been to prison multiple times prior to when we met him. But for whatever reason, this fucking juggalo Chris that we worked with on the night shift had some beef with him. Do you remember what it was, Z?
I really don't. I
think that like I don't know. It was something to do like Bull would come there to get certain things. He would like pick up our extra shit, and that's how he made his money. And then Chris like stepped on his toes or something.
Yeah.
And I remember like there was one night. It was like fucking 11:30 at night. It was the three of us in this big like warehouse factory, and Chris was like on the phone with him, being like, "Yeah, fucking come by. Yeah, come by. We'll see what's up. Fucking come by." And then he gets off the phone and he's like, "That's fucking Bull." And we were like, "Oh!" Dude, we were so fucking scared.
Well, because he basically told us like, you guys got to be ready for him to fucking come in with a gun and get us. Like,
yeah, he's like, "You're on my team."
Like, you guys are on my side of this, right? And we're like, we don't even like you.
We fucking hate you.
Like, what the fuck? How did we get roped into this? Because we're working with you? Like, what the
fuck? I mean, there's not really any ending to the story aside.
There's not. Nothing happened.
He never came, but the fear in Zach and I's hearts was so deep because
we're just trying to work and like,
what am I going to throw a fucking
on tires and like sitting there just like, well, we're dead. today.
We're fucking dead. Yeah.
We're gonna die over Juggalo. Like
What
the
the
fuck?
Dude, it was fucking scary.
I really did think we were dead that day too. And
I
then
know we considered leaving, but we didn't want to get like fired.
I guess.
What the fuck, dude? You can sue the shit out of that company, like,
then I
or
remember-
something.
Like a week later, I went home to Idaho Falls, and we were watching Drugs Inc. And they were talking about Salt Lake City. And they literally were like,
Yes.
this is the worst part of town, the cop and shit. And he's driving right past our work.
Dude, it
Just
was it was a 7-Eleven that's
Yeah,
half a block away
the
from where we
7-Eleven
worked.
we'd stop at every day on the way to work.
I forgot about
and
that.
they're like, this is the worst part of town. People get shot, fucking blah, blah, blah. Good. We're there at
Jesus.
3 a.m. every fucking day. Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Dude, that shit was fucking probably one of the scariest moments I've had as an adult.
But we survived, dude.
We survived.
You're here.
Here. Jake's arm looks greater than mine. You guys look like you just have like these like big fat pelicans that just like
It's because we have Popeye forearms.
ate something big. It's because you're jacking it a lot. That's good.
Dude, shut up. My
I'm glad-
wife listens to this.
I'm glad you guys still have the drive.
I ain't got no drive. I got 4-wheel drive. That was stupid.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't even
Driving
know.
a 4-wheel. He's all terrain.
I'm just trying to figure it out. That's true. He'll jack off on all terrains.
Dude, Z, we talked. I guess
Franny?
this was off pod last week about like stories we had from the fair,
Oh yeah.
because we have some wild stories.
Well, back when we were younger, as bad as it is to say, but you'd get really offended if somebody ever like assumed you were gay when you weren't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I mean, that's the worst compliment a boy could say to another boy or a guy to a guy.
Like at the time it was. And I remember Jake and I were in like 6th. Well, he would have been in 7th, but I was in like 6th grade and we were at the fair and I was wearing like a Bam Margera shirt that was pink and just said Bam on it. And Jake and I were walking together. And I wish I remembered exactly what the guy said, but I remember he said something that like insinuated that we were a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got so pissed off. We're like, why the fuck would you think we're gay? Like, we're not gay.
Being accused of being gay, like you said earlier, it's like, what? Like, you could say anything to me and it'll just bounce off, but I'm not gay.
Yeah, and then nowadays it's like, yeah, maybe. I never
And then
tried.
They would high five you, like, good on you.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you're
I hope you're
open-minded.
gay.
But yeah, I don't know. Nothing really happened, but I just remember we got really pissed at him and he's like, sorry, you guys are just walking kind of close and he's got a pink shirt on.
Yeah, that was before men wore pink.
Yeah.
Remember when that was a thing? When
Dude,
like,
I had a huge fight with my mom when I bought that shirt. A huge fight. She's like, you're going to go to school and some girl's going to be wearing the same shirt. How are you going to feel? And I'm
dude,
like,
it's
I'll
like
probably ask her out because she likes Bam.
exactly. We were Bam fans back then.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
a-
And now, oh my God, it's so sad to even try to look up Bam nowadays. You can't do it.
I know it's he ain't doing well.
No.
But dude, it reminds me of when I was with my mom and sister. I lived with my mom, and I remember I had this friend, Houston Muir. Shout out
Yeah.
Houston, badass
Oh,
dude.
I remember Houston.
I remember he had his left ear pierced.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I looked up to him so much. He's the reason like I bleached my hair and got like different clothes. I'm like, he's the cool kid. I want to be that. And
Yeah.
so one night I'm hanging out with my mom, hanging out with my mom.
It's what we
Sorry.
do.
And I was like, I want to pierce my ear. And so my mom fucking jammed a needle or a cock or something through my ear.
Probably a cock.
Might have been a cock. And she pierced my ear. And I was fucking stoked. I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, yes, I'm more like Houston Muir. I am one step closer to being cool. And I called my dad that same night and he was like,
Oh yeah.
like the time I grew up in, if you have your ear pierced, it means you're gay. Take it out. And so I just took it out and just felt ashamed. And I think it actually did make me a little bit gay. I don't know, because I only had it in for like an hour. So I'm like 1% gay or something. I don't know how long it takes.
Jason,
that
how
is a
long
real
did you
thing.
keep yours?
That story hurts in a couple ways.
How long did you keep yours in, Jay? To just be
Oh,
become
it's still
bi?
in, baby. Look at that.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh,
I made it bigger. I added to the right just to even it out. I was
He
getting
actually-
too gay.
He actually did pierce it with a cock. That's really what did it.
No, he's
Mine.
trying it
It's long and skinny.
long and skinny.
Boys, we got to go to commercial break or something because I got to pee real bad.
All right, let's do that.
Not enough can help me stay awake. Couldn't listen.
All right. So I want to bring it back to talking about the fair because I remember a particular story about
Mhm.
being a shitty poor kid.
Shitty poor kid.
And I went to a little jewelry stand at the fair.
Oh, I remember this.
And there was cool stuff. There was like mood rings and cool things like that. And that, I don't know. I just remember I stole a ring, some kind of ring. And
Nuva?
I didn't get caught or anything either is the thing, but I just went and walked around the fair afterwards and I just felt so guilty because I was like at the fair with my dad and shit. And my dad would just be like so upset that I stole something because I don't know. My dad's just, he's not
He's
like
a good one. He's a good one.
He's a good one. He's not like uptight and stuff. He'll still laugh at a dirty joke and things like that, but he's a good one,
Yeah.
But so I was just really worried about my dad finding out and stuff and just feeling really guilty. So I went and confessed to the tent and I said, I'm sorry. I'll give these back and I'll pay for it. Give it back and pay for it and everything. Right. And they rewarded me by taking me out in the middle of the crowd and just being like, hey, this kid steals, everybody. Hey,
Dude,
this kid steals.
That's so crazy.
And
That's
I
so
just
crazy.
You pay him?
Yeah, I paid him and everything. And
Holy fuck.
I remember some guy comes up and goes, hey, maybe we should piss on him.
Yeah, it turned
That
into
guy's
like
got some issues.
I'm
turned into,
probably
like-
10 years old, maybe at the time, by the way.
it literally turned into like a Game of Thrones scene where they're like, we found someone that stole, and then like they brought you out because there's like the big
Stripped me down,
walkways.
fucking made me walk naked through everybody.
Yes, they threw
Cut off his
tomatoes and
cock.
rocks, and then it was like throw out suggestions of what we should do to him, and this guy's like, maybe we should piss on him.
Maybe we should get him stoned.
Let's piss on this 10-year-old who just
Dude.
confessed on himself for no reason.
Dude, that's the 90s right there.
I know, and that's the part that sucks.
didn't get
Nobody
caught.
even knows that you did the right thing. They just went, fuck him.
Oh, he
Just-
stole.
Just fuck him.
And you're like,
Dude,
dude, God, it like ate me alive and shit. And then you just punish me on top of it. Thanks.
Yeah, that's why you just if you get the steal,
just
I was trying to
steal
think
it.
of something that rhymed, but
Just-
yeah, you just
just-
leave.
Just
just
steal,
steal
it.
it. But dude, the fair
Let's
was
do the fucking right thing.
aside from that memory, the fair was pretty fucking awesome. That was like one of the only times my dad gave a shit about me because he was an arm wrestler. And so he would enter me into the arm wrestling competitions. You go up on the stage in front of all these people and you arm wrestle. And I never had any practice, but I did pretty good. I got some trophies.
Yeah, you were just like naturally really strong for some reason.
Yeah, my dad was like, my dad had a lot of trophies, but never really cared to teach me a whole lot. But my natural strength took me so far till I was about 11, and then I didn't have technique or anything like that, so I would just lose.
Did your did your dad ever like work out at all or anything, or did he just have the natural strength too?
Oh, he was just a thick Freddie Mercury, I think.
He was.
He was
I
he was that.
That's always who Freddie Mercury makes me think of.
Same.
Same. But yeah, my dad had a mustache. He was a thick Freddie Mercury. I think he did a lot of prison workouts because he was in prison a lot. So I think that makes you strong.
Oh yeah, just nothing else to do.
Good
Yeah.
shiv.
But also he knew like the specific arm wrestling workouts. And I think he hung out with other arm wrestlers, so that's why he was so good.
He just really liked that Stallone movie
Over the
Where he-
top.
where he fucking broke that guy's arm.
Dude, I saw a clip from that movie the other day.
Dude, your
That-
dad is really just like a Stallone Mercury baby.
I know. He's a hybrid of those two. Seriously.
Dude, every interesting fair story that happened to me was when I was with your family, weirdly enough, actually. Like,
My family?
yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, though there was a time I couldn't get on a ride with you, understandably so, because
Why?
because I was too short.
Oh, that's a strike.
But I was also
There's like 3 of those on
I
this
know, I
one.
keep saying it.
I was also so much younger than you motherfuckers. So
You're like fucking 5.
oh dude, like for real though. And I just was so just demolished by it, just crying and shit. And your
Aw.
mom even tried to get me in by standing on her feet, and they're like, nah, you can't do that. And so
Leave it to Jake's mom.
this
I
is what's
know.
crazy. The next year I go with you and we're standing next to this ride, and there's the ride that these arms go like opposite sides, and there's a big carriage on each one, and it just fucking.
I know
And
that ride. What's it called?
the swing-a-ling ding.
The swing ding.
I don't know what it's called. I can't think of it, but it swings around, and I just got off another ride. I'm just walking through, and this girl next to me, my age,
5.
5, 6, she gets fucking just splat, dude, across the chest, like
Blood? What shit?
just like
You
somebody
shit
just-
on you?
somebody fucking puked
Oh,
off of the ride, and just from the sky, just draped her,
my
just
God.
a drapage, a toga. She
Wait.
got fucking.
so you're telling
splattered.
me she became the what is it, the Miss Universe? Of
Oh
Pooch?
yeah, she got the toga.
She's like,
She got missed something.
Either that or she went into like scat porn.
She wished she
Puke porn.
missed something. So,
All right.
anyways,
All right.
she's wearing it. Your mom's trying to scrape it off with the fucking 44-ounce plastic lid that she found on the ground, trying to help her. Just scooping.
of course
puke
it's
off
got to
of her
be
shoulder,
something
dude.
haggard.
Dude, the
It's
craziest
at the fair.
Yeah.
and that exactly, Jay. It's at the fair. When you're at the fair, somehow all your expectations get lowered. Like if a kid dies, we were at the fair. He got kicked by a mule. He got ran over by a tractor. He flew off a ride. Dude, the fairs are so fucking sketchy.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
I-
I'm pretty sure it's international waters.
Dude, especially like all the rides are held together with a fucking paper clip.
I know.
Like you're supposed to feel safe.
And
Like,
the guy
oh,
that's
it's cool. We fashioned it. It's locked.
Yep. You should feel safe when some like 18-year-old degenerate is literally in charge of the entire thing.
He's getting
He
paid
just-
fucking $10 an hour.
And dude, all the videos you see online of like fucking rides falling apart, people flying off of them,
Dude, I was
But-
a kid and I saw one where a Ferris wheel malfunctioned.
Yay.
And it seriously just like scarred me forever. Like it just
Dude.
somehow like janked. Like it was like going up and it just like jerked and the lady and like stopped and a lady like and flipped off the side and it was one of those like real those really big ones where they
Yeah,
have
Fuck
like
that.
those baskets that can fit like 10 people or something. I don't know, it might be less, but the bigger baskets.
Yeah, like at Lagoon.
But it was
That's
one of those, and some guy like superhero climbs down and saved her. But I just remember
remember that.
that video just like dramatized the shit out of me. Like I've pretty much been scared of rides ever since that.
Dude,
Yeah.
same.
No, fuck it.
And
Like,
we
it's
got
not worth it for that little adrenaline rush to die from falling from that far. Like, no, fuck that.
Well, it's not even it's supposed to be the calm ride. Like,
that
Yeah.
one's a comforting ride.
That's the nice one for grandmas and shit.
But dude, there's something about traveling fairs because there's a big one that comes through Salt Lake. There's one that comes through Tooele. And I will take my boys there, but I don't let them ride anything that could malfunction and kill them. I'm like, we can play the games, throw the ball at the fucking clown or whatever the fuck, shoot the water.
Bumper cars, I guess, are relatively safe if you
Yeah,
stay,
bumper cars.
stay
You
in
can't.
there.
Yeah, stay in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But like Lagoon, I put a lot more faith in. But even then, I mean, you could search videos of like places like a Lagoon or Six Flags where the fucking roller coaster, it malfunctioned and like there's one where like a roller coaster, it's like a cart of like 18 people. That big that snake of 18
Oh,
people.
yeah.
It got like stuck and they just had the next one ready to go and just fucking launched it and it just fucking blasted into the other cart.
Oh, no.
holy
dude-
shit.
I might just be that guy. No
rides.
No rides.
Well, at that point,
Dude.
you're like, when's the next one coming? It's not gonna be me, dude.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
It's fucked up.
Okay, so relatably
I don't
so
know.
to this
I don't
story, one of the times, the last times I went with Jake's family to the fair was when I was old enough to ride the ride that your mom tried to get me on when I wasn't tall enough.
Oh, yeah.
So I was tall enough to ride it this time, and I did. And the entire time, I had to hold myself in. This was the Ring of Fire, where you go around.
Oh
in
my
an
god,
entire circle.
that was the scariest ride at the fair.
Dude,
the Ring of Fire.
100%. And I was at the top, and I should not have been allowed on that ride. I fucking was holding myself in the entire time, so terrified that I was gonna die. Like, and I just by the end of it, I was like, never riding that again. The most terrifying thing that's ever fucking happened to me, dude.
Oh my god. That's
Dude, I had a very similar thing. If you guys remember the zipper. You remember the zipper?
Oh, the zipper.
Oh yeah, dude.
Thing's
I remember the zipper.
scary.
I mean, it was a very similar thing. I was with my stepdad who was like 6'4", and he like convinced them that I could go on it. And it's basically just it's not a roller coaster, but it's a thing that goes up and back down. But you're in these weird little zipper shaped modules, I would say.
Yeah.
What's a zipper
They're
shape
so
like?
weird, dude. They're like ovally. They're like packing peanuts
Oh, I
from the
can't do it.
side.
It was like a packing peanut, and I was in it with my stepdad, and it goes up and down, but it also flips every which way while you're going up and down, and I'm fucking banging my head and like I'm backwards in the fucking thing, and he's like, "Yeah, this is fucking great." I'm fucking fumbling and tumbling.
Shaking baby syndrome.
Scariest shit ever, and that's why I'm not as smart as I should be.
Oh my god, that took a dark turn.
We've all got a couple of those though. Those fucking domers.
Those domers. We caught some domers in the 90s.
I know. I remember this time when I was in elementary school and I came home, and I don't remember why specifically, but I was just kind of having a bad day and stuff and feeling down and that sort of thing. And I went in my backyard and I was just swinging on my swing set, just thinking about things. And like, it was seriously just like cheesy, like a movie. Like I was just thinking like things are going to look up. This is fun swinging. I'm liking this. And I'm like swinging on my swing and I'm like, things are looking up. And as I go up, it just like breaks right when I hit the bottom. And I just fucking like slam on the ground and like landed on my back. Oh, and just knocked the air out of me, and I was just laying on the ground like, okay, I guess things aren't looking up. Fuck it.
Sweet life.
Sweet life. It was just perfect.
Isn't that funny though? Like when you're a kid, you hit your head on something at least once a day, pretty hard.
Yeah,
you stub your
probably.
toe at least once a day, pretty hard. You're banging your knees into shit, your elbows. And your parents are like, stop it. You're fine. You're fine. I do it to my kids too. I mean, they're old enough that I can tell them that. Like, stop bitching.
Right.
But as an adult, as a 34-year-old male, if I stand up too quick and fucking bang my head on something, I'm like, God damn, what the fuck, man? This hurts so bad.
What the
fuck?
fuck? Ridiculous.
Why I'm on the floor.
So bad?
Like, quit being a bitch, dude.
I talk about it to my wife for 3 days. I'm like, it's still kind of tender where I hit my head.
That's too true.
Oh, shit, that's so funny.
That's so perfect.
Yeah. But anyways, here's our ad from Handy Kegs. But let me say this for the fans at home. If you're worried about our mental health, you should be, because we are on dire straits.
Zoloft, Proloft.
Really,
Go soft.
Zoloft, go soft.
Get on there and find our Instagram page and follow it. That's what we really need. We need you to find our Facebook page and follow it.
Instagram, Facebook, I guess
TikTok.
we wouldn't be on Twitter. TikTok, is that the new app? TikTok?
It's the Twitter.
TikTok. Oh, it's TikTok.
Twitter, TikTok combination.
Yeah, TikTok. And also, if you guys have any suggestions for some brews that we should try out, comment on any video you see.
Yeah,
and we will find a way to drink them on the next
I'll order
pod.
them.
Yeah, we'll order them and we'll drink them on the following pod.
we saw your one comment out there. We'll get some Fruit Force going.
Fruit Force.
Fruit Force.
Thank
Who was
you.
that by?
I don't remember because I can't look at my phone right now.
Power Rangers, I think.
But it was by the person that, Justin was drinking last time, Voodoo Ranger.
Oh, Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger.
So we'll get that
Voodoo
for
Ranger.
our one fan out there who commented. Thank you. We'll get a brew specifically for you. Everybody else out there, you got something disgusting you want us to try or really good
Or any suggestions at all.
would be better. But yeah,
Alcohol.
pipe
Give
up
it-
about what you're thinking. Is this podcast stupid? Great.
Should we stop? Should we
Zach
kill ourselves?
continue to not drink on the podcast so he doesn't get like this?
My father's gay.
Is Jason's dad
is this-
really gay, or does he just stay up late and talk to people on Craigslist?
Tune in next time and we'll find this all out. But also, this is the best version of Z because he's a silly boy. We love you all, but goddamn, it's time.
We love you all.
It's
Get some
money
money.
time.
Get some money.
Money!
Money.
Money.
I was in college for a while, and then I thought I found a pack of drones. I said, you know what? This was meant to be. So I dropped out of college and followed this pack of drones. And they were going south. And after a while, I found out that they actually were just Mexicans.